morning. We are at a super secret parking location in Georgia. I just like saying that. And it's not really that super secret. And also I found it this weekend. So, but it's a location where I can park and not worry about trying to find a place to park if I need to. I mean, there's nobody behind me, there's nobody in front of me. I parked here last night and the night before. No cops came by and said, hey, you can't park here. So, I think at least for a little while at this point, we should be okay to use it. Obviously, you see that CVS over there, and that's new construction. To my right, there's a Zaxby's and a McDonald's, and behind me, there's a car wash. And all of this, they've got this like construction fence up or whatever. It's that black material that you see over here, that you see along the sides of the street or whatever, and or along the curb. You'll see it when I leave. But that's because they're getting ready to start construction probably right here. So, and you can see they've cleared out a little bit the area over there, and got two like pipes going in, and so this won't always be here, but it'll be here at least for a little while longer. So whatever I'm doing, if I'm hauling out this direction, at least I've got a place to park. So you have caught me in the middle of a load. So instead of going to get another load today, we are trying to finish up the load from last week, which is the 5 ATVs being delivered. We are in the middle of our pre-trip. Well, I don't know why I said quotations. Okay, I got out, I looked over the truck, I came back, I made a couple phone calls or whatever, and so to make sure that we're having issues delivering the ATV. And the issue delivering the ATV is that on the 4-stop, the battery is dead on the ATV, and they on Saturday said they were not going to take it because the battery was dead, and that means it's defective, and they don't want any defective product at their store, which of course it's a hardware store. So you're telling me that you don't have the ability to jumpstart a battery or anything? No, we don't have the ability to do that. Okay. So I called the broker, and the broker's like, weren't you told that you're not supposed to deliver on the weekends? I was like, I was told I wasn't supposed to deliver on the weekends. I called ahead to the stores. The store said I could come in and at least try. One of the stores actually did accept me on the weekend. The next store accepted me on the weekend and was ready to unload it, but it won't start. So they were like, well, you're going to have to wait till Monday. So here we are Monday, waiting to find out what we're going to do. So, needless to say, we are now waiting for a call back from the account manager of this load, so we can actually get this, so we can actually get this taken care of. So as soon as we get a word from the account manager about what's going to happen, we're going to head over. Well, they actually did tell me to go ahead and head over there and attempt to try again to get it delivered. But I had to wait for the office to open up so that I could actually talk to somebody this morning. I just want to double check and make sure we're good for delivery. So I anticipate at this point, because we're going to end up in Madison, Georgia this morning for my last stop, but I anticipate at this point that this delivery and then the Madison, Georgia delivery, and depending on what time I get to Madison, Georgia, will depend on whether or not we actually find something else again today or whether we wait until tomorrow to book something, so, or to pick something up. But we'll be in Atlanta, which is a good area to be in as far as picking something up is concerned. So the last video, okay, wait, hold on. Okay, so the other thing is that we need to, I always think I have talking points, and then I don't have talking points. Anyway, the other thing is that we need to consider what the weather's going to be doing this weekend, because apparently there's a large storm, winter storm especially, moving into the Northeast, and the better money may be coming out of here going towards Pennsylvania, and we're going to Pennsylvania or New Jersey or something like that. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to look for something that isn't going to Pennsylvania. I'd like to stay in the South and not have to deal with winter weather. However, I'm a truck driver, so I got to deal with winter weather at some point, right? So anyway, and we're going into the months where pretty much you're going to get winter weather wherever you go. So I think we're gonna have to consider it and see what we can do as far as that's concerned. But that's kind of where we're at on that. So what was the other thing? I don't remember now. So the last video was really heavy on like taking off. As far as like, you know, hearing the exhaust from the truck and, you know, running through the gears and all that other stuff. And I think what I'm gonna do, I don't know. We're gonna, you know, I still enjoy that part of it. I still roll the windows down when I'm doing it. But it's 40 degrees outside. And I don't really want to do it that often in the winter. So I think what we're going to do is probably do a little less of that, try to do a little more just rolling and just listening to the exhaust note of the truck. So I might try to do a little talking. I don't know yet. The problem is you have to kind of highlight the video when you're doing that, and I don't know how to highlight the video yet. So, well, and I probably could just look it up. I don't think there really is a way to highlight the video. Anyway, needless to say. Oh, and there's a little sound quality issue, and I think it was because the microphone wasn't connected for like the first day, but then like the next day it was. I don't know. So, anyway, I need to check that. But I was up late making the last video, so we're just gonna roll today and go and try to deliver this stuff, and then we'll worry about it later. And if sound quality's off, basically. So, all right, let's finish our pre-trip, and then we'll get the hell out of here. It's the sacrifice, but it's for both of us. I love it too. most people are going to say that they don't understand the younger generation. And I guess I might be old enough to be one of those people there. What are we doing? We're going to the Lowe's in Madison, Georgia. Located at 1821 Eatonton Road. Yep, that's the address is correct. So, directions. It's got me going up the 75 to the 129. The 129 up to the 441. These are both U.S. highways. Remember our tip from last week. We want to check our low clearances and restricted routes. So, we know that 75 is okay because it's 75. But we don't know about 441 and 129. So, on low clearance locations, right here, we have Georgia 2, Georgia 12, US 23, 29, and 78 in Druid Hills, which I might look that one up. It has 29 on it, and then Georgia 44, 77, and Georgia 92. Restricted routes are Georgia 45, Georgia 136, and Georgia 216. So we're not on any restricted routes, but let's double check. So in this little tidbit of information right there, you can see it says the highway, Georgia 29, gives you Druid Hills. It gives you the height that you are probably worried about, and then it gives you a map location. So we're going to go to the map. It says it is E5. So we'll go to the map, go to Georgia. Let's see. Georgia. Go to E5. E5. So E5 is not anything that we need to worry about. Okay. So, alright. So E5 is, so we're going, let me see if we can do this here real quick. We're going there. See that on the map? We're going right there. E5 is here on the map. There you go. We're really good at that, aren't I? Okay, so are we gonna go back to complaining about the younger generation? Maybe. So here's my deal about the younger generation, and that is that I don't know. I grew up in an environment where you just got the job done, right? So what's the problem here? All right, that's back where it needs to be. And we're gonna hit start on our driving. We're gonna put on our seatbelt. Okay. It's warm in here. Anyway, all right. So, I grew up in an environment where, you know, you had to get shit done. You know, first off, there's nobody coming. You know, nobody's gonna come and fix your streetcar, you know, your trolley. So and I'll throw up a picture real quick so you guys know what I'm talking about. But nobody's gonna come and fix your trolley, you know, so that you can drive it where it needs to go, right? And watch my tandems. Okay. So you have to figure it out yourself, right? And I can tell you that there were a number of times where I just figured it out myself. I just did the job that needed to be done. I didn't fucking worry about it. I didn't bellyache about it. Hold on just a second. Voice command. Stop route. Voice command. Find city. Madison, Georgia. 1. Navigate. Anyway. I got a ton of stories about running streetcars and everything, and just stuff that you had to do. You know, you dip in, you'd go back into the barn and grab your you know, grab a tool bag and come back out and fix your problem while you're going down the road, you know? Or you get to the end of the line and fix it at the end of the line or whatever, instead of waiting for a mechanic to show up, because the mechanic might be 2 hours away. You know, mechanics like to live in the country. Let's get out of here. So, secondly, I grew up poor. And you didn't have the money to take your stuff to a mechanic and get it fixed. You fixed it yourself. So, dead battery, well, you figured out how to jump start it. Dead battery, you know, if you didn't have another car to jump start it off of, or another car to get you to the parts store, hey, guess what? You know, you called a friend. A friend comes over, helps you jump start the fucking car. You know, and you make it work. And that's a part of doing this, in all honesty. So you are going to have to figure it out at some point. And you might have to figure it out on the side of the flipping road. And it aggravates the crap out of you to know that you're going to have to figure it out on the side of the road. But you might have to. So anyway, that's my little rant. I just think that a dead battery in an ATV isn't worth complaining about when it drove itself onto the truck. So what do? You go, you get a lawnmower battery, a 12-volt lawnmower battery, and a set of jumper cables. And they tell me, like, well, we don't have that here. We're at a hardware store. You have lawnmower batteries and jumper cables. I've bought jumper cables from your store, you know? So you go get those two things, you bring it back, we jump start the freaking thing, you let it run for a little while outside so it charges the battery up, and voila, you're good to go. It's probably a brand new battery that's in it. Somebody just left a key on it, you know? But nobody wants to try to do any more than what they're paid to do anymore. And, you know, or, well, let me rephrase that. They don't want to do what's necessary to do a good job. They only want to do what's necessary to keep a job. So, and it's kind of sad, you know. I just didn't grow up like that. But anyway, let's go on to our next place. We're probably gonna have to stop for a little fuel first, but we'll get there. What can make the lame walk? It's the elixir of life and philosopher's stone. And what helped Mr. Brundle to dig the Thames Tunnel? Sure wasn't it whiskey from Holland and So stick to the crater, the best thing in nature, for sinking your sorrows and raising your joys. And boys, I'd have wonder if lightning and thunder was making the plunder of whiskey, me boys. It was off on the end. Alright, give me a minute. I'm gonna close this door and we're gonna go park because we're done. Back. Do you know how long it's been since I had Cheetos? It's been a minute. Okay. Pretty simple. Legitimately, right over there, I'm literally looking at the trucks in the line. It's a pilot. So, we're gonna go over there. We're gonna park and we're gonna find a loop. That's what we're gonna do. Doors are closed, trailer's in good shape, so truck's in good shape. Let's go over there and chill and start calling people. Oh, wrong here. Raining, and actually it's more than raining. There's storms moving through. We are in Madison, Georgia this morning, and we're keeping an eye on the weather simply because it's pretty nasty. There's a line that's about to move through right here where we are, and I'm debating about whether or not to go ahead and try to punch through it real quick and get over to where I need to get to my pickup, or to just sit it out for a second. I think it might be better to sit it out. However, there's rotation in the storm that I'm looking at. So it says, okay, it's tracking northeast at 66 knots. So at 9:49 a.m. So if this goes basically a tornado warn, then I need to kind of move on and go on to where I need to go. So anyway, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I want you to see the sky at least. So ahead of me, you can see what the sky looks like ahead of me. But if you look right here, you can see how dark the sky is. And I mean, it's 10 o'clock in the morning and the lights are on at the truck stop, as you can see. So anyway, we're gonna make a decision here, and then after that, we're gonna go get this load, going to Enid, Oklahoma. So we're gonna go probably to Dallas, which kind of goes underneath the blizzard that's basically all across the Midwest right now, and then shoot up to Enid, Oklahoma, from where we're at. So anyway, that is the plan. I'm gonna sit it out just a little bit longer, I think, and then head over to pick up the load. We survived, so we're gonna run over here and pick up this load. Get going. I have no idea what that was, but all right. think this is probably last video of the day for today, which is the 9th, I guess. Oh, we're not supposed to enter there. Oh, you know what? We're gonna do it anyway. Is he paying attention to fucking WFX instead of paying attention to where I should be going? Plus, there's a truck there. It's like, what the fuck? So anyway, we're gonna get up here and we're just gonna make a real quick left and right. It's ADHD before you get your fucking directions mixed up all the time. I'm gonna take this like this. Let that lady get into the McDonald's. You know, so. Anyway, alright, let's get moving. We've got approximately 851 miles left, and I'm gonna add to that. Why? Because I can. Oh, full fucking fuel, which is kind of nice. Write that down. Right down there. Not while I'm on the freaking video. So we have run into an issue. That issue being that we cannot find a place to park. We're in Little Rock, and we're looking for a place here to park. And I think because that blizzard's just north of here in Missouri and everything, I think everybody set it out. I just rolled through the Petro. They are quadruple parked. Not double parked, not triple parked, quadruple parked in some places that are definitely not parking spots in the Petro. So we are at a little truck stop nearby that I don't bother telling anybody about because I don't want to fill them up. And there are no places here because it's full. So apparently enough people know about it to know that you can come here when the Petro and the Loves and the Pilot are all full. So we're gonna go try to find somewhere, and I'm out of time. So my clock literally says 0 hours and 0 minutes. You're gonna get a little lesson today about that. And here's the lesson you're gonna get. After I take a sip of Dr. Pepper. That spot. Anyway. The lesson is that if you have the ability to PC, if you're out of time, we all know that you're allowed to PC to find another spot, right? Okay. What you may not know is there's sort of a right way to do it and sort of a wrong way to do it. And the problem is that everybody's got a difference of opinion on how to do it. Okay? I'm going to give you the way that I did it once. It was actually cheating, and I just kept cheating. But I got scrutinized by a DOT officer in Virginia the next day about it. And this is how I did it. Okay, so I pulled in to the first place knowing that it was going to be full. You know, I purposefully ran out my clock, and then went PC to the first place. I pulled into the first place, went off duty, remarked that there were no places to park at that stop, and then went back personal conveyance and moved to the next place. Pulled in, did the same thing, actually looked for a place, and I did that 4 times basically to get me to a point where I was far enough that I could actually make it on time. And the DOT officer that scrutinized my logs the next day said that was actually like the best way that he's seen somebody do it. So I'm not trying to brag, I'm just saying I think that when you do it that way, they can't really argue with you. So and the main thing is you don't want to get into a position where you're arguing with a DOT officer, because if you have an experience like I did, the DOT officer will actually just add stuff that he never actually looked at because you argued with him. So anyway, we're going to look at the map ahead for where I'm going and see if there's a place to park that doesn't look like it's full at this point. And if there is, then we're going to go there. And if there isn't, then we're going to keep going until we find a place. And I've been up all day, so I'm kind of tired. I really wish that the Petro and the Pilot here weren't full of people, but they are. And this little place, you know, nearby is, and the Loves. So, okay, let's go. Okay, so we have done some research real quick and found a place about an hour away that probably has parking. So we're going to head up there and see whether or not that is true, and try to stop for the night. It's 11, which means we're going to get there about midnight. Now, the other thing you have to remember about doing this, when you do this, is once you get parked, even though you might be able to get away with it, the right way to do it is you are supposed to remark, once you get parked, you're supposed to do a 10-hour break. So if you have to extend your driving, which I'm going to have to extend, I'm having to extend my driving, then you have to stop and do a 10-hour break. So, might be a little tired. See you guys go that way. I'm wondering if they know something that I don't, but also it's all like tanker trucks. So I'm thinking that maybe they're going down there to like fill up at the refinery or something like that, which is probably exactly what they're doing. Anyway, alright. Let's get going. So we are in Atkins, Arkansas, which is where we made it to last night via trying to get somewhere. It kind of sucked because we actually, you know what? I'm doing this wrong. It's muddy right here. Get stuck, but drive a truck like I can drive a car. And if I could do that, then I figured I was pretty damn good at what I was doing. So, anyway. Alright, let's get going. Anyway, Atkins, Arkansas. We got here last night, probably about 12:15, 12:20 or something. It's currently 1:30 in the afternoon. And I did get up at 10 with the intention of taking off and going. And instead got kind of involved with some personal business. So we are now going, instead of, going like 3 hours earlier, 3.5 hours earlier. But it was important for me to do what I did. So anyway, let's put this thing on the highway. Already on a section of road that was like, oh yeah, I've been here. So yeah, I've been to Caldwell. That little painting up there just told me. Anyway, what are we doing today? Today is all about going to McPherson, Kansas, and we're picking up a load of insulation going down to Birmingham, Alabama. So then from there we're gonna figure something else out. The load to Enid went fine. I got up this morning and unloaded it. Off, went over, got it unloaded, went back to the truck stop, sat for a while, and then finally found a load. I was trying to find something long. I wanted to go out west, but I couldn't find anything that was paying good going west. And then the problem with this truck is that the cost of this truck, fuel-wise, is expensive. It's a long-nose Pete with 550 horsepower, so it's not getting 7 miles to the gallon like some of the plastic, the Tupperware torpedoes that are riding around the highways nowadays. I'm probably getting 5 miles to the gallon in this truck, so I have to make it worth my while to take a load. And that means, there's going to be times when I'm taking loads that are less than, and I'm making less money just because I got to keep the truck moving. But there are times when I'm going to be taking loads that are better than. The deal is, I need to be focused on trying to go where the money goes, But and I just now realized I have not been taking any video as far as that whole thing is concerned. Anyway, the deal is I gotta kind of go where the money goes, and sometimes the money's going places you don't want to go. So we're going up here to Kansas right now. Then we're going down to Birmingham because I don't want to deal with the cold weather that's coming in all honesty. So that's what we're doing. I am not entirely sure that I am on the right highway anymore. There's a good possibility I may need to turn back here in Caldwell, but I think I'm okay. out, I suppose. But we're on the, yep, I was supposed to turn at Caldwell. So we're on the US 81. Well, we're not. We're on Kansas 49 now. So anyway, alright, we're gonna go up here. We're loading first thing in the morning. So we're gonna go up here and get a place to park, try to get in and get a shower and everything, and then we'll go over and get loaded. But in the meantime, enjoy the beautiful Kansas scenery. Right here, this whole bumpiness that's ahead of me, all this ice, all this shit, right, is the reason why I don't come into areas where there's freaking winter weather. You can also see that the paper towels behind me are slowly unrolling, which is just perfect. So that'll be fun here in a little bit. I might have to take those down. I thought that was going to be a good idea, but it's not. Alright. Let's see if we can go get this load of insulation in 25 to 30 mile an hour winds with gusts of 45 miles an hour. 6,000 pounds, 30 feet of space in the truck going to Birmingham, Alabama. But at least none of this will exist in Birmingham, Alabama, or we hope not. So remember, things can change. When they say bitterly cold, they fucking mean it. I got layers on, man. I got this, I got a regular t-shirt, and then I've got a long sleeve shirt on, and then pants wise, underwear, pajama pants, and jeans, and my legs are burning. So I don't know what the wind chill is, but it's fucking cold. So, and now this little road right here is not too bad, luckily. So we are going to, I think, be able to get in here fairly easily. But the walk to the damn door was treacherous. This is why I don't like coming up here. You know, like I got cowboy boots on, and the tread on those cowboy boots is not great for slippery conditions, even though it says slip resistant. You know, it's just not very slip resistant at all. more like, well, it's like 11:23 in the afternoon. So we got in here. I don't really have to be anywhere anytime soon. So we're just kind of, we're gonna meander today, do our own fucking thing. So we are in the hell if I know, which is, you know, probably the best way to describe that, I suppose. But we're leaving the hell if I know, so that's the important thing. Anyway, let's get it out on the road. I've got like 29 minutes left out of 3 hours of like footage on the GoPro. So we're gonna get all that. We're gonna get some stuff today, and then we will make the video tomorrow. It's gonna be Sunday, day off, and I'll get back to you probably then. Anyway, let's hit it.